Hi YouTube, how you doing? Wishing everyone a fantastic day. There's something I want to talk about that's been kind of bugging me a little bit. And when I started making these videos, I started out with EFX rant video about prop replicas. And I felt I had to say something because I was tired of Brian lying all the time, the owner of the company, and just saying we're doing this, we're doing that, and then nothing happens. You know, I mean, it's ridiculous. Year after year after year, you show up with these prop replicas, and then none of them come out. Anyway, I think they've just about got one out since that recording. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. The reason why I mentioned that is because I felt like I had to say something. Well, now I feel like I have to say something else. And I want to try to make this all in 10 minutes. But I love Star Wars. I love the original trilogy. I love the special edition. First one. And when I say first one, I don't mean the DVD and then the Blu-ray. The Blu-ray, as far as I'm concerned, is worthless. The R2-D2 rocks just kind of killed it for me. But anyway, I love Star Wars. I love the prequels. They're not perfect. I love the Ewok films. I love the toys. I love the merchandise. I love the behind-the-scenes stuff. I love it all. I love all of it. I always said to myself, I remember one time I was driving in the car and I said, you know, if 20th Century Fox owned Star Wars, if they owned the franchise, they'd make movie after movie after movie. They'd just run it into the ground. This is years ago I was thinking this, long years ago. They'd just run it into the ground. Thank God one man owns it, George Lucas. And during this time, he was saying things like, look, there's only going to be 6 films. There's a story of Anakin becoming a Jedi, turning to the dark side and being redeemed, and 6 films. Now, I know he talked about 9 and all that, but it all got condensed down to 6. So he said there's only going to be the 6 feature films, and there might be some of these side stories, but nothing really dealing with the main characters from those 6 films. He said that in an interview. Now, I'm not one of these video editors that can piece all this stuff together. You can find it on the internet. So, in 2012, my worst fear happened. George Lucas sold Star Wars. And not just that, he sold everything. And I thought to myself, why are you doing this? You could do what they're doing. You could make standalone films like you talked about. You can make Knights of the Old Republic. You do all this other stuff, whatever you wanted to do. But he didn't. He sold it to Disney. And I knew then, like a lot of people knew, I knew then that, one, Han Solo's a dead man. They're going to kill him immediately. I knew that. I was like, he's dead. Spoiler. And they didn't even they didn't wrote the first script yet. Spoiler, Han Solo's dead. I knew that they were going to milk it for everything. Star Wars is special to me. It's special. And growing up I was there day one when the film came out. I was buying the trading cards. I was buying the action figures. I was buying the coloring books. I was buying the story books. There's a Wookiee storybook. I got that. I'm around. God, I gotta try. This might be a part 2 to this. But when The Force Awakens came out, I didn't even go see it. I didn't want to see one of my beloved childhood heroes get killed. But I watched it on video. I watched it with my nephew when it came out on DVD. I watched it, and he got gutted like a fish. He deserved better than that. And that time passed, and Last Jedi came out, and I wasn't even going to go see that. But I thought, you know what? I saw this picture, this drawing, and I wish I could show it to you. I don't know where I saw it, but I saw this picture, this drawing of old Luke with Ray next to him. And I'm thinking that's his daughter. I'm thinking somehow, some way, that's his kid. I don't know how, but that's his kid. Okay? And I thought the image was pretty cool. I thought, well, that's kind of a cool image. Han Solo, they can't kill Han Solo again, so maybe I'll go see this movie. And I didn't want to know nothing about it. I wanted to go in completely unaware. And I did, and it was trash. Now, I've already made my review about that. I'm not going to go into that again. But it was garbage. And if someone could tell me why they think it's a good film, please tell me. Because I don't see it. And I just, going back to 2012, I just wanted to walk away from it. My passion had died. I just wanted to walk away. I want my passion back. Let me tell you something. I used to watch Star Wars every single day. Not the whole movie. Our movies. I'd watch a clip here or there or whatever. I watch it every single day. I was into the Star Wars Expanded Universe. Now, I didn't read every book, but I did keep up with the general story that was going on. And I thought it was great. Han Solo's 75. Luke's 65. Luke's got a Jedi Academy. Luke's had problems. Luke's gotten married. All this great stuff. That's my Star Wars now. And it always will be. I don't care what Disney says. I don't care what Pablo Hidalgo says. I don't care what anybody says. But it's the first stories outside of the movies that came out. The first stories. When Marvel came out with their comic books in the 70s, no one was saying, oh, this is canon, or this isn't canon, or this is real, or this isn't real. No one cared. It was Star Wars. That's all that mattered. People can love both. People can love this new canon. People can love Legends. It doesn't have to be one or the other. But for me, it is. That's just me. It can be for one or the other, or it can be both. I wish I had my passion back. And I think it's coming. I think it's coming back. But I wanted to walk away from it all. Have any of you ever been there with that? Have any of you ever, I've had enough? Star Wars now, currently as of this recording, is nothing but Game of Thrones in space. Everybody's gonna die. Star Wars is Game of Thrones in space. That's what it is. Everybody's dying. Look, I know everybody dies. That's reality. But it doesn't have to be in the fantasy so much. The character's going to pass, but you ain't got to kill them all. This movie, Last Jedi, Kylo Ren says in this movie, kill the past. Or let it die if you have to. He says something like that. You know what's really happening? That's Disney telling me, kill the original films. Let it die. Or let it die. Kill it if you have to. That's what Disney is saying. And I want to say, Disney, to hell with you. To hell with you and your Star Wars. It's not mine. It's not my Star Wars. There's something to be said when, and I'm going to repeat myself, there's something to be said when the star of the movie says, that ain't Luke Skywalker. When the star of the movie says that, you got a problem. When the audience walks out of the theater and they like, well, we don't care what happens in 9 now. Who cares? When I was watching this movie, I was thinking to myself, are they saving anything for 9? Look, I'm going to end this right now. My question is, have you felt like just walking away from it all? I wanted to, but I don't know how because I loved it so much. I love it so much, I don't know how to. Look, let me show you something. I have a Star Wars collection. There we go. That's just some ceramics in the kitchen. I snuck that in there because my wife says the Star Wars stuff has got to stay in one room. I got 2,000 pieces of a collection or more. That's how important it is to me. I love it. I want my passion back. Thanks for watching.